Hi everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3. So it is now March 1939, so we're fairly late into the game. We're actually in the middle point right now. And well, as you can see here, I've gotten a faction invite from Germany. I've accepted it, so now we are inside a military alliance. And I told you that we would be bordering Germany, so all of our problems in that area is solved. Alright. And we have a few more countries joining the Axis, which is absolutely fantastic, and we can now annex Albania, which is perfect. I had been actually trying to coup that country for quite a little bit of time. I wanted to stage a coup d'etat and essentially overrun the country. Our popularity is decently high there, so I figured I might as well try that. But I guess doing that works too. Looks like the allies are also gearing up for war. I put a few spies inside these two countries, France and Great Britain, so we can kind of see what they're doing. We can see some of the British units here. Our spies aren't very efficient, as you can see. Looks like Canada also joined the war. A few other countries did. I think South Africa did as well. So the world is moving forward, I guess. We're giving up for war. I'm putting a lot of points into espionage, as you can see, and this is mainly because, well, I have tons and tons of diplomacy points, so I don't need any more of that. I'm going to put some more points into building officers, but for the most part, our army is complete, so to speak. We don't really need anything else. It would be nice to put a few more points into, say, things such as battleship armor and armament, but I think we're really alright on that part. We don't need anything, which is definitely very nice. And I built some more infantry units. I'm going to keep my IC at 0 for now because we're actually losing IC, even though we're not using 26 units at the moment. So we are running a resource deficit. And we don't really need to upgrade our aircraft that much. I do need to get these two things that I have been neglecting, but it should be fine. First aid and combat medicine. So our industry is top of the line. We have everything in 1941 standards, so I think we'll be fine there. I'm probably going to put a few points into just getting these doctrinal stats up. These will increase our interceptors strength, and that's all what we really have are just interceptors meant for catching the enemy. So until World War II actually starts, I'm probably just going to let the game run its course. I do have to form another corps of infantry and essentially just move those out. So let's do that right now. Let's put another corps of infantry like that. 13th Corps will join Command the Africa. And let's get our fleet to move them back to Africa. Or rather, to Africa, not back to Africa. Just load all of those people on a boat and send them over here. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact has been signed, so we're at that stage where Germany is probably going to go to war with Poland. So I'll actually pull up the battle plans thing, which is another thing that we can see. And now these are the current ones that essentially we can conduct. If I load up the first one, this is the advance into Greece made by the Italian troops. So by the looks of it, the historical effort was to use air power here, ground troops here. Not a lot of troops actually, but what happened during this little section? Looks like we're at war with Poland right now, so we'll be at war with France. I really want to explain this little part, but the Italians initially invaded Greece, everything went alright until they reached around this part over here, or some part actually before it, and then they pretty much get their butts handed by the Greece army. So the Germans actually had to bail them out, and at that point Hitler pretty much lost all faith inside Italy. So what I want to do is I want to form our own plan. So right now I want to do that new plan, and I want to call that 1940 action plan. I don't know why everything is in caps, but hey, it works. Alright, so this is our plan. We go down here, and then we come around here. And then we'll have a few explosions. Yes. Okay, well, you know what my plan is. Oh yes, one more thing. Like that. So that's what we plan to do right now. That's more or less a multiplayer feature. I mean, I can see why it would be helpful, but personally I don't really use it that much. So we're at war, consumer goods is dropping down, and our army is mainly made up. I wish I had the time to talk about production, but in reality it really isn't that big of a deal. And let's move two of our stacks. These are two corps up here near the front lines of the French. I presume the Germans are rolling the French like they were made out of paper, or the Polish. So that should be fine. Over here I have some special units, the Alpine troops, which are these units right here. They have no leader for some reason, so let's go and assign them some leaders. And now, okay, so the game has a historical database of every single leader that participated in World War II of various different countries. They have some really bizarre ones, like for, say, the country of Brazil, which actually did participate in World War II. They fought Argentina. I'm not really sure if which one was which on which side. So right now we need to assign them a leader. They have different varying levels of skills and different traits such as commando, which does certain things. So I'm going to bring them up here too. I'm going to wait until Poland's conquered. By that time everything should be fine, and then I'll mobilize my forces over here to invade France. There we go. So Poland is conquered, and how you conquer countries is actually fairly simple. I'll switch the map mode to a different one. As you can see here, it shows these blobs of green spots which are controlled by us, and then there will be blobs of other spots such as these golden colored ones. So take for example our war in Ethiopia. Ethiopia only has one of these green blobs. If we take this green blob, we automatically win the war no matter what. If we take all of them inside a country, we win no matter what. Obviously they have different varying costs. Paris, as you can see here, is worth 30. This place is only worth 2. So with that in mind, all I want to be doing right now is just kind of wait until the German plan of action, and let's see if I can bring up the German plan of action here. Where is this? Okay, this is the invasion of Yugoslavia, so never mind. I should be able to see the German ones right here, but I'm not really sure why. Oh well, that's some other thing. Now, as we wait until the Axis forces actually get ready, they're almost here, I want to take a look at the strategic effects menu. So, as we conduct different treaties and gain different places, we have the opportunity of gaining specific traits for our country, which will increase our production efficiency, research efficiency, and various different things. So right here, I have the Pact of Steel enabled, so as long as me and Germany are best friends inside the Axis, I get some more supplies and better research efficiency. If I control the Polish corridor, I would get all of these good things right here, and that's kind of what this is. Oh yes, and there are some strategic resources that we get from Germany because we are best friends with them. So their automotive industry helps us build armor, repair things, we get some horses from them, and stuff and such like that, really. I'll talk more about that later on, but for now, what we need to do is take all these points and put them into supplies. I want to build enough supplies early enough in the war so I won't ever have to worry about them later on. The game doesn't take into account that different calibers of ammunition and different supply things come out, different uniforms, different colors of hats that come out over the years. So that's all just abstracted, so that means we can build all of our supply at the beginning of the game, so then we don't have to build anything later on. I know we're wasting a little bit of IC, but I think this is actually a pretty good thing because we do lose raw materials every day. Raw materials, essentially everything on this side of this little menu is converted into resources over here and some other stuff. So the more I see that is wasted, the less resources that we use, and I want to make sure our raw resources last as long as we can, at least long enough so I can conquer Yugoslavia and Greece. Some more tech is updated. We're not actually at war with France. So if Germany goes to war with them, they are at war right now, but it doesn't look like they're making any pushes. If Germany makes some pushes into their country, I will make some pushes into their country. I'm going to go with the historical route. This is Altanum to Greece, so that will actually start a war with Greece. I don't want to do that yet. Historically, Benito Mussolini never went to war with France. Essentially, technically they did, but that was only when France was essentially way into the Phony War, where the French army was pretty much collapsing due to the German advance in the north. So the Italians, Mussolini pretty much said, "Oh, hey, they're losing. Let's go beat them up." I'm going to speed up the process of conquering the Netherlands and Belgium up by a little bit, so I'll actually get the Axis forces to essentially declare war on them like that. That'll kind of send some of these units down here into a bit of a panic, but everything should be fine. You can see the different countries mobilizing over here. That'll conquer the Netherlands. Since I'm playing a custom game, World War II may not happen. It really depends on the actions of the German forces. I'm going to let the German AI automate everything. That's kind of my major issue with playing Germany, is that there's just too much to handle for me. I'll let that run its course, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of influence the situation from here by declaring war on the different countries and do what historically happened. You need to be conquered too, Luxembourg. I believe this is Luxembourg is the only country still existing today that you can literally walk from side to side. From anti-tank gun, where is that? Where is that? What do I need? Okay, so this is too far ahead. There we go. So now, if I'm correct, the German forces will sweep down here and into France. I'm not so certain that we can go toe-to-toe with such a big country, so I think I'll keep my forces here intact for now and essentially gang up on them as soon as the French troops down there start to move away. That might take some time. In the meantime, I need to deal with the British inside North Africa. I almost forgot about this. That would have gone really badly, so let's mobilize our troops and go forward towards Egypt. Actually, I'll leave a few troops here. I'll leave one stack inside Tripoli. I'll bring the tanks forward. Chances are is that if we just hold this location, we'll be able to fight them off. Okay, let's see what's happening over here. Slow the game down by a little bit. So it looks like the Germans managed to make a break into the French territory. They've captured... oh, This is strange. We've gained some land up here. It looks like our allies gave up some Belgian soil for us. That's always nice. Alright. So you can see that this is the French fortification line. It's manned by a few troops. We can see their movement. One troop is pulling south. I can focus that area for a little bit longer. I can focus on it for a little bit before before I absolutely need to do some stuff in North Africa. I'm just blabbling on about stuff that I don't really know. Just saying my thoughts out loud at the moment. What I think I'll do is I'll just build some more troops. So how you build troops is that you put them on the production queue. As you can see by this +1, that means after this unit has been constructed, another one of the same type will construct, and that'll make it go a little faster. That's the brief summary of it. Let's go another month into the war. North Africa is definitely going to be a stalemate for now. Let's actually push them back by a little bit. These are Iraqi troops, not British army troops, so they'll be fairly easy to win against. And if not, if British troops actually start appearing, I hope to God that, oh, there they are. I hope that the United, the DAK comes to save me. Yeah, we've met British troops right here. These are very toughened troops, so they'll be able to actually counterattack against us. It looks like we'll have to pull back to a defensive line. So I'll move those tanks forward and those tanks back. I just don't want to get any of my tanks trapped here because they are fairly irreplaceable for me. Spread our tanks out by a little bit. There we go, so now we've made a defensive line here. With all of this armored strength, I'm pretty sure we can hold the line. I'll wait until infantry reinforcements come from here. So let's get 2nd Corps from this province to come over here. The rest of the troops go there, and we're just going to hold the line for now. Yeah, their infantry won't be able to get past my tanks now. Let's actually see these battles up close. The British troops are a little better than us, but I mean they're fighting tanks with infantry, so I doubt they'll be able to win that front. In the meantime, it looks like the Germans have broken through the lines of the French, so I think we will do the same. And I'm just going to do 2 rather sloppy attacks. These are simply to capture wide, vast spans of territory. I'm not even sure if some of these attacks will make it through the line of fortifications here. There we go. So we're going to launch a broad attack on the entire front of the French and essentially hope for the best, really. Light cruiser armor. That should be right here. There we go. So these attacks right here, the 4s and the 6s, we don't stand a very good chance of winning those, simply because, well, our troop number isn't all that much, and they do have fortifications represented by the star things right here. I was kind of hoping that they would pull off of this line, just simply because the Germans were more of a priority. I believe they are already next to Paris, yes. So we're gonna join the war there a little late, send that there to support them and make a counter push into the British force over here. If we can encircle some of these British troops, we have a fairly good chance of winning here. but I have the feeling that we've covered a lot of gameplay, at least all of the early games, so most of the boring crap has been taken out of the way. We're finally making some strong offensive pushes inside this area. 54, and that's increasing every minute, so that's a very, very wide attack on this central region, or the city of Nice, so we're definitely going to be able to push through there. Center over here, by the looks of it, will be a difficult fight, so I think we'll actually sweep up from here. But for now, I'm going to end this part. I'll see you guys later on, simply because I've got to do some more stuff. So, until then, I guess, bye-bye.